Hello, everyone. Just give me 1 second to pull up my iPad. I am solo today. Just me. My mom is in the other room, but she's not feeling too well, so she is watching from the other room. She might comment. I don't know, because I'm using her phone, so probably not. 1 second. All right, we got 10 people in. Hello, good evening, everyone. I think I'm gonna set up a light in the corner real quick. It seems this corner is a little bit dark. 1 second. Is that better? Well, there's definitely a glare there. But it's brighter. Hold on, I'll keep adjusting it. I feel like we do that. I think that's better. No mom today, I'm solo. All right, so today I'm gonna do something I don't usually do, and that is stenciling. So this is one of our, hold on, let me grab a prettier stamp set that's not been used. This is one of the exclusive items in the card kit, and it's not something I've ever done before. And basically you get the outline of the train that you can color in, and then I made the background separate. So originally I submitted this as a stencil, but see these pieces here, like these are the pieces in between the train. It was impossible to make as a stencil. There's also some snow flurries on it. So it was going to basically break as a stencil. So I opted to make it a stamp, almost like a background stamp, but it leaves all the white space so that you can color in the image inside. So I like this because you can basically ink blend, but you're really just stamping. So I'll show that. And then there's the little details on the trees if you want to put ornaments on it. And I'm going to be, oh, hold on, using the coordinating stencils, and this stencil set will color in all of the images on the outline. And that's how it looks colored in with the stencils. Isn't that cool? I know layering stencils are like all the rage right now. I did do one. I did a couple off camera. Let me just bring in the ones I've already done. So this is the other stamp that's going to be in the box, and it's the same idea, like with the background being separate from the main image. Now this one, I don't really like how it turned out. I was just playing around. I didn't have the inks that I usually use, but it was a nice little practice run. And then I ended up, you know, with a nicer background. So I did a blue ombre, and it's nice because I didn't have to do any ink blending. I was able to do the blending on my stamp, so I'll show that. And this one I Copic colored. I didn't use the stencils just because I don't think you can ever get like alcohol ink shading with a stencil. Part of the reason why I am more of a colorist and a die cutter. But the background is so cool that it's separate and that you get the little stars and the snowflakes. And then I also made this one. And these are A2 size. This is an A2 card panel. And these will be in my 10 card 1 kit video for the showcase. So you'll see these and how I made them. But I did Copic color them. But today we'll use the stencil, and the first one I showed uses the stencil. And it's not that good because I don't have my, I'm at my mom's house, I don't have my normal inks. But I did choose some that I think will pretty much match this exact image. I'm going for this coloring, and we're gonna hope for the best. I do have just mini Distress Oxide inks that came literally in like 45 minutes ago for this live, so it should be good. So I did stamp the main image. I will show you the background, but I want to stencil before I make the background. All right, and there are 3 stencils in each set, but really there's actually 6. So you're gonna end up with 6 colors. This is gonna be green and gray, green and red and white. You'll see as I go. So it's 3 layers, but it's really 6 layers on one. And they're labeled at the bottom, layer 1, 2, and 3, and they're easy to line up. So let's do this. I haven't done this one yet. I just did the other one right before the live, just to kind of get used to it, because I haven't ink blended in a while. And I honestly haven't stenciled in I don't even know how long. I'm using my mom's glass mat, trying to get rid of that light glare. All right, so we'll start with layer 1 with the top layer. And I stamped this out with VersaFine Onyx Black ink about an hour ago, so it's definitely dry by now. But you do want your ink to dry before you start blending. And you could also clear heat emboss, which is what I normally do with VersaFine ink, but I knew, you know, within an hour it would be fine. So I'm thinking for the train we're gonna do hickory smoke, and then this tree we're gonna do a combo of these 2 greens on all 3 trees. So let's do this. I got some Pink Fresh fancy schmancy brushes. Some of them I'm using like literally out of the package, and I've used them on my last set, and they're amazing. I love them. It's nice to have these more detailed ones. Because you can see there's multiple colors on one image, so having them be small, it gives you like more control. Now what I'll probably end up doing, actually no, I'm not going to do it, because knowing me, I'm not going to line it up. But you might want to do your ink blending if you're using oxides. You might want to do your blending first and then stamp the image. If you're using dye inks, you don't have to worry about that. But because these have a little bit of pigment in them, they are slightly covering the black stamped outline. If you leave the image in your MISTI, then you should be able to stamp over it again. But of course I didn't do that, so just a little tidbit of info there. All right, now let's do greens. I think it'll be okay. I don't want to risk it, guys. Knowing me, it's not going to line up again. But definitely, I think dye inks is probably best suited for this, but I am so in love with Distress Oxide inks. They are my favorite. Like, they just blend like butter for me. I just struggled with that one that I showed you, this one. I use like all kinds of inks trying to find something that would work. And whatever ink you go with, you probably want to go with the same type of ink, same brand. So I'm adding the darker ink towards the bottom of the tree. And remember, the stamp has the detail if you want to add ornaments, like gold heat emboss those or white heat emboss. I might do that. It just depends. I don't want to risk that my ink isn't dry, because if it's wet, then the embossing powder will get everywhere. All right. And there you go. Beautiful. Okay. Next, we have the other two trees, and it looks like we have the windows of the train and the smoke and the inside of the tires. So let's figure out what we want to do. Just got to make sure it's completely lined up. Oh, of course, that just moved it. Hold on. I don't think it has to be perfect. All right. So let me figure out. I definitely want gray. I'll probably just use whatever's left from this train part for the smoke. Just a light hand at the bottom. And I'll just let the white of the paper show through. So that's mainly still white. And then here I kind of want black in the windows. I honestly don't know what I want for the windows. I think maybe yellow. Let's do the black first. And you know what? I don't have black oxide, but I have VersaFine, so I'm just going to use that. That's what I use to stamp the image. These brushes are really nice. I really enjoy them. Okay, let's see. Let's just do the green because I'm indecisive on the other parts. Yay, welcome in everyone who's stopping in. It's just me today. My dad was going to join me, but we started kitting the boxes, and he's on a roll. He had his own little system going on, so I didn't want to bother him. So if you are wondering, I haven't been looking at the comments, but the Polar Express box will go live tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. And then the product showcase video will be going live at 8 p.m. Eastern. And I think we ended up with around 30 cards. And I've already filmed the showcase video. I just have to edit it. Hi, Suzanne. Let's see who else. Beverly, Ruthie. We got 41 people here. That's pretty cool. Now, I do plan to do something with this stencil. It coordinates with the die that is included in the box. And it's pretty cool. So it's a little bit like the Caribbean map or the USA map, if you have either of those two sets. So basically there's a stamp, a stencil, and a die. And this has the same thing, and I think there will be add-ons for the die that works with this. Okay, we still have these, and I think I'm gonna go for, wait, let me look at the stencil packaging. Okay, it looks like on the packaging I left it white. I left these white. Now, another cool thing in the box is there will be ephemera. And what's fun with the ephemera is that it's true to size. So as you can see, it's exactly the stamp. And this ephemera will also work with the die. Obviously, it's the same size. So maybe I go for yellow, because on this one I did yellow or white. White windows or yellow windows. The stamp and stencil are exclusive to the kit. So all of the dies will be available for separate purchase, but the stamps, stencils, pattern paper, and ephemera are exclusive, okay, yellow, are exclusive to the kit. And we just did that to incentivize you guys to look at the card kit, because it really is really cool. Now, the die that goes with it will be available for separate purchase, because that die also looks good on its own. Let me see. Where is the yellow? I think I need to open up another set of brushes. Pale yellow. I only have this yellow, so I can mix it with orange, but I'm thinking like for the grill and other parts of the train, I might want those gold. Although maybe it can be the same color. I might add a little bit of orange because this is a very bright yellow. Oh yeah, that's like highlighter yellow. We definitely need to add some orange into that. All right, my VersaFine is smearing a little bit, so I don't want to go too aggressive. Let's add a little bit of orange. Really, really sigh. Hold on, I have a towel somewhere. Goodness. All right. Literally first time using these brushes. I'm taking them out of the plastic. I was so excited to buy these at the last show I was at, and I haven't used them yet. I just used them on that one I showed you, but that was really quick coloring. Okay. Okay, that's almost the same color, but that's fine. It's a little bit darker. I don't want to mix it too much and smear my ink, so I think that's it for the first two. And look at that. Look how cute. All right, let me wipe this off. Now, if you're using oxides, I definitely would leave your stamped image in your MISTI to basically stamp this again when you're done blending. Or use dye inks. Dye inks will not cover your stamped image. See, this is dye ink. This is oxide ink. I didn't think about that at all until I started. I was like, oh, that's covering. But you can definitely avoid that by just stamping it twice. I'm not going to risk that because I did not leave it in my MISTI. But I want to mention that again because I think you'll be much happier with your finished image if you do that. All right, next. And if you have any inks for stenciling, please let me know in the comments. All right, now we're on layer 2. And this does all the red. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time making sure this lines up. I think that's good. Just got to look at all the areas. Yeah, that's good. Using my glass mat magnets for this. This is awesome. I don't have a glass mat. I bought this for my mom for Christmas. And now I definitely need one. Okay, next we're going to do red. And I don't have to think about, this is all red. There's no multiple colors on this one. All right. I might do 2 reds, we'll see, but I definitely want to use this red. Simon Hurley inks are recommended. I'm gonna be careful. These are brand new, so they're like hard to open. There we go. Don't want more mess. Oh, okay. If I add red ink to the sentiment, that will surely cover the Polar Express words. So for that, I'm gonna do a different red. I don't want to use oxides for that. I don't mind with the rest of the image as much, but this I definitely want to pop and be stark black. So I will switch to a different red for the banner. See guys, you can tell I'm not like a stencil guru because I made that kind of mistake. It's not really a mistake. I think it's fine, but I'm sure I pulled out the oxides and people are like, what? Don't stencil with those. But I was really excited to stencil with these. I love oxides. And I love that there's mini ones now. Okay, do I want that to be red too? I kind of want that to be like a light gray. So I'm going to take what's left in my gray and just go over that a little bit. Not too much. Okay, now let me get a different, like a dye ink. And I think I have a VersaFine red ink. 1 second. Okay. I just found this one, Spectrum Noir Red. I know this is a dye ink, but it might be too dark, so I'm gonna be... Let me first wipe off this because there's oxide on it. I'm just wiping it off. Okay, and then I'll go in with this, and I just want to see... See, that's too dark. That's definitely too dark. 1 second. I'll find something. There we go. Satin red. I don't think VersaFine is advertised as an ink blending, like a blending ink. But VersaFine is one of my favorite inks for stamping, so I have a lot of colors. And this is a bright red. That's almost the same color. Oh, you know what? That's more of like a lipstick red. That is slightly different. I don't think I want that one either. Sorry, guys. I know I have another red ink. Surely this ink. 3rd time's a charm. Perfect. That's almost matching exactly. And then you can see with the dye ink, it doesn't cover your beautiful stamped image. So I do suggest dye inks. Is it live? Yeah, it's live tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. And then the premiere will be at 8 p.m. Eastern. And I'm super excited. My dad and my brother are already making the boxes. And when everything's in the box, we even put like little, like, I call them paper maggots. They're like little crinkle cut worms. Those we put inside. All right, I'm making it more dark on the edges. Switching to dye ink was a good call on this. I'm happy that I did that. Hello. Oh, my mom is here. She's joining. I thought you weren't feeling well. You don't have to be here.
I'm straight from the North Pole. Everything out there is looking very North Polish, Bina.
Okay. Have you been watching?
Yes, I have.
Okay. I was like, let me show you what I've done.
It looks really nice.
Oh, that's nice.
That looks pretty.
Everyone's
so what do
saying
you guys
hi.
Think?
You can turn it if you want.
Yeah, let me see what everybody is saying.
All right, next layer. I debated on doing both the stamps, but I did the one off camera and it took like 40 minutes. So I'm only going to do one today.
Oh, so many folks. 51 people. Yay.
Oh, yay.
They
Okay.
were all watching you crash and burn with your stenciling.
Oh my gosh. I did do one off camera. Like, usually I wing it and I'm not nervous, but I was extremely nervous with the stenciling.
You guys all know Sabrina used to be big into all the stamping and coloring, and I mean, if there was any new medium that came out, she was the first one to try it. And I was always the clear cut, die cut girl, like the clean, you know, the cleanliness of dyes, and I didn't like it. My fingers all inkied up. So I think now Sabrina's kind of like me, so she doesn't do that much inking anymore.
I definitely prefer die cutting. And then if I were to choose coloring over stenciling, I'm always going to pick coloring. But we need to look at what's trending right now. And stencils are insanely popular.
Never work on different card when watching a live with Scrappy Tails. The stem to my pumpkin just went flying across the room.
Oh.
Oh yeah, we hate when you're almost done and that one little bitty piece is missing, right?
Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you how many times I've thrown away dies. Before the Anna Griffin magnet, I regularly threw my dies away. And it would, like, most people would be like, well, you have more dies. That's the benefit of having your own business. Just open a new one. But, like, it aggravates me so badly that I will take my entire trash bag full of paper, empty it out. I'll even stand there with a magnet trying to find the piece that's this small that I don't even need because I can just cut the base out and then trim around it, basically. I think I want this part black, so I'm gonna...
I'm just floored when I watch these stencils. I mean, I cannot color worth a darn.
I am, yeah.
So
every time I
easy.
reveal the next layer, it is very satisfying.
Yeah, it's like, wow, you know.
And, oh my gosh, you can ask my mom. Designing these stamps and stencils, because I've never done, have I? I don't think I've done a stencil that lines up with a stamp before.
No, I think
and my brain just doesn't think in negative space. This is all negative space. And oh, it was hard. It was very hard. It took me 4 or 5 days to design the 2 stamps and stencils. But I really wanted to do something trendy. Ugh, I don't really like how that turned out, but I think by the time it's done, it'll be fine.
Oh, let's see it.
Here.
Wow, very cool.
I'm gonna wipe off my stencil.
Oh, that looks so pretty. So Sabrina went through all my old inks, I guess. Trying to find the one red
I was worried. My inks, they arrived from Amazon 30 minutes before my live. So I was trying to figure out some inks I could use that my mom had. My mom has dye inks, so honestly, maybe her inks would have been better, but I just really love blending with oxide inks.
I love stencils. Colors, I am not. Kelly, I am with you on that.
That is nice. Stencils,
but
stencils, if you don't color,
will make it good for you. You can do it. Everybody can do it.
Oh, there's some. Whoop. Oh okay. My gosh.
Sabrina just crashed her light to the ground. Oh,
I have a very bad placement of it.
Yeah, I think.
don't even know how I did it.
It is kind of dark in that corner now, I guess.
Yeah, I definitely
okay.
think the light is helping it. So I want it back.
Hi, Cordelia. Oh, we're at 57 people. So fun. What happened? So Sabrina was trying to wipe off her stencil, I think, and her arm went just a little bit too far, and she hit the top of the light.
I don't know if I can get it back.
It went down on the floor. But she's trying to get it going for you guys, so it's not so dark in that corner. You know, that's the fun of doing these things live, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey Marilyn, hey Rose, hey Lori, so many names that we see all the time.
It's barely hanging.
It's barely there, huh?
Barely. See, the cutting plate came down. All right, we're on our third and final stencil.
Do you want me to give you like a little white piece of paper for over there where the glare is?
I think it's okay.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my gosh, I should not have messed with it.
Oh no.
It's fine. We're not messing with it.
It almost fell again, you guys. She had it in her hand just before it was going to crash. How many of you live in Florida? All right.
We all live in Florida.
Yeah, we all live in Florida. Sabrina is in DeLand, Florida, which is about an hour north of Orlando. And I am in Vero Beach, which is about an hour south of Orlando, about an hour and a half south of Orlando. It's closer to West Palm Beach.
Yes.
So.
And Josh lived in Key West for 6 years. He just came back.
Yeah, so he's moved back in with us for a little bit.
And then he's going to move closer to me at some point.
Because around here is not much to do for young people. This is definitely a retirement community. A lot of snowbirds that come down here in this area. Where Sabrina is, there's definitely real Floridians that still work for a living.
I guess. I mean, everywhere in Florida is kind of retired, I think.
There's a lot more younger people in your area, though.
I love Florida, though.
We love it.
We came from Texas, and no hate to Texas. I did enjoy growing up there, too, but I don't know. There's not much to look at in Texas.
Yeah, Sabrina and Josh were born in Texas. Sabrina almost finished high school over there. She only had a couple of years left before we moved. And Josh did all his high school years here in Florida. So we've been here about 10 years or so now, a little longer. You were in the wrong part of Texas, is what Lisa said. You know, we heard that every time we lived
Everyone
there.
who lives in Texas loves Texas. And I did like it. Don't get me wrong. It was nice growing up there.
Well, we lived right outside of Houston, Texas, which I don't think is the best of all the Texas
Yeah, we were in a
places.
suburb. And
lived in Katy, Texas for the longest time, which is like west of the city. And Katy was really, really nice. We lived in Galveston County for a while too.
You and Dad did, yeah.
Yeah. The kiddos were born in Webster, Texas, which is on the south side of Houston.
I'm trying to go heavier handed with this red.
Is it a little bit drier or?
Well, it's supposed to be like a darker shade of red.
Ah, gotcha.
So I'm just trying to put a lot of ink down.
So Lisa, which part of Texas are you in? What she's gonna say, the hill country, which I do love. The hill country.
Where Waco is, I think is pretty.
Like New Braunfels, we used to love to go there.
San Antonio is one of my favorite cities.
Yes, that's for sure. Rose has never been to Texas. I know you guys are all over, so. And we were surprised how many people are coming for the cruise that are not from Florida.
Yeah.
We had completely anticipated that we were going to get a whole bunch of Floridians to come join us, but we're having Canadians and folks from California and Wisconsin and Michigan. So that's
Germany.
So much fun. And Germany, yeah, so really fun.
Okay, that took forever. I'm done, guys. I'm finally done.
Kelly is from San Angelo, Texas. Is that like really far west?
Okay, here's
Cordelia
my
has
rag.
a cousin in Alpine, Texas. Well, Texas is definitely its own country, isn't it?
It's huge.
So Kelly is from Texas and she will be on the cruise.
Yay.
Yay. We are talking about the cruise already. We're ready to go sailing. Have to work a little bit more though, right, Sabrina? Someday I'd love to do a craft cruise. But I am from Massachusetts. Yeah, Rose, we're just a plane ride away.
All right.
61 people.
Oh, I wish
How
I did that
exciting.
darker black. I think that was there and I just ignored it. I think that's pretty good though for my first attempt. And really it starts looking beautiful when you add the background. So
The background is really cool that you were able to do that.
yeah, I really originally wanted it as a stencil, but my manufacturer was like, it's all just gonna fall out. And I just wouldn't recommend, so
And they usually know best.
yeah.
But Sabrina is a guru at creating dies, and it's a very different illustration process.
I have to think everything opposite when I'm doing these kind of stamps and stencils. So I remember calling my mom like, I can't do it. I'm going to quit. I was so frustrated until I got it. And then when I got it, I was like, I can do it. But it took a long time to figure it out. Okay. This is my mom's Misty, kind of the Tim Holtz one.
And I am 100% supporting
Misty.
But for a while, they weren't to be found anywhere. So, yeah, I got suckered into getting one of these. But I think I've used it all but one time.
All right, so it's essential that I get this lined up. And I did try this off camera and it worked. So I'm really hoping and praying.
All right, everybody, cross your fingers and
Everyone
toes.
hold your breath for like 2 minutes.
Okay, so yes, she did grow up in the hill country area. And that is so beautiful there. The Misty is a game changer. Definitely is. And please, please, please buy the game changer, right?
I don't think they
Misty.
don't sell this anymore.
They don't?
No.
Yeah, I think he got into some legal issues over it or something.
All right.
I think you have a magnet under the left of your cardstock.
Yeah, this is my Anna Griffin magnet that I put in here.
Oh, you did that on purpose?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, to raise your stamp up or something?
Yeah, so there's more behind it. Guys, I'm really taking my time making sure that this is lined up, and I think it is, so I'm just gonna cross my fingers.
So Sabrina kind of challenged herself with this kit because she's giving you stamps and stencils, and you guys have probably noticed that she's usually just doing like one stamp because she really loves her her dies. So this time she's giving you 2 stamps and 2 stencils. So she definitely challenged herself on this kit.
Yeah, and then the next Christmas release, which is like our actual Christmas launch, those are all dies. I was like, I'm not doing no more stamps.